Hi, welcome to my channel Ruby Neck Crochet Tejido. Today I'm going to teach you how to crochet this beautiful girl's dress. It's super easy to do. I hope you guys like it and give it a try. And here is the list of material you're going to need to make it. If you are not already a subscriber, please subscribe and click on the little bell. That way you get notification each time I upload a video. Remember, I make my videos in Spanish and English. If you receive a Spanish video and you want to see the video in English, go to the main page of my YouTube channel. Then you'll find the English version in there. Also, you can send me a message and I can send you the link. And at the end of each video, I leave a playlist with all my English tutorials. To make this girl's little dress, this is the yarn I'm gonna use. This one gonna be like an accent for the border and the straps. I bought this one at the Dollar Tree. And this one is Lion brand yarn, ice cream, big scoop, 284 grams, light 3, and I mentioned here crochet hook 5mm, but I'm gonna use a 4.5, and the color is Moon Mist or 215, and the crochet hook 4.5. And you're gonna need a liner if you want to do a liner for the little dress, and it's up to you, and a sewing machine to make the liner, or you can do it by hand as well. You don't have to be done with the sewing machine. Tapestry needle and scissors. I already done one of the pieces. We're gonna do two like this. Really nice, the design of the yarn once you get the stripe going. When I bought the yarn, I don't realize that I want to do this beautiful design, so I'm quite pleased with it. You see the space are a little bit big, so if you want this for a little girl, it's nice to have something underneath. The stitch is multiple of 6 plus 3, so if you want this for a smaller girl, you do less, and if you want it for a bigger one, you do more. So the width and the length depend on the size that you want to do the piece. So I'm gonna show you how to do one, and then you can do two exactly the same. I wanted to mention that this yarn don't have that much information because I bought it at the Dollar Tree and it only say craft square knitting yarn 100% acrylic 50 grams. But comparing the thickness of this one with this one, you see, it's pretty much the same, a light 3 yarn. And you don't have to use exactly the same yarn that I'm using. You can use cotton if you like this better with the cotton, because no, in all the country they don't have the same yarn. So it had to be just light 3. When I did this piece, I started with 51 chain. That was multiple of 6 plus 3. That's just for the stitches. So after you do the multiple of 6 plus 3, you have to do 3 more to turn your work around. Okay, those 3 and the stitch is part of the design, no part of the chain to return, the double crochet to return. So in this one I finished here with the pink, purple, and then the pink, and I want to duplicate, or try to duplicate, the same stripe for the back. So I end with the pink, and what I did was start rolling until I got to this color. That is the one that I started, this one, this piece. And for this one I did 51, so I'm gonna come here at the middle of this one, do my slip knot, and I'm gonna do 51 chain, and then plus 3 to turn my work around. And you see this stitch in here, and half of this one was done with this color. I want to try to mimic the same color, that way the top I will try to match the same. Something else, you can do this with leftover yarn, any leftover yarn that you have. That can be light 3 or even maybe 4, but it will be a little bit thicker. You can do this even with one row of each color in the front, and no matter if match the same in the back. It will be nice. It will look multicolored as well. So I'm gonna chain 51, and I will meet you here. Here I have my 51 chains, so now I'm going to chain 3 more. 1, 2, and 3, yarn over, and I'm going to go to the 5th chain, and I'm going to do a double crochet, chain 2, and in the same space another double crochet. You're going to chain 2, and you're going to count 1, 2, and in the 3rd chain you're going to do a single crochet. 1, 2, yarn over, 1, 2, and the 3rd chain you're going to do a double crochet, chain 2, and another double crochet. And that's the repetition that you're going to do all the way to the end, and you're going to finish like this, exactly how you start the stitch. You see, exactly the same I have in both ends. That's why I multiply 6 plus 3, that way you finish the same. So you're going to chain 2 more, 1, 2, and the 3rd one a single crochet, 1 and 2, yarn over, 1, 2, and the 3rd one a double crochet, chain 2, and another double crochet in the same space. And if you look at this, the color are matching exactly the same. So I hope when I go up it will be the same. Now I can cut this and here and save this for later. I will show you one more time. You're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and the 3rd one you're going to do a single crochet, 1, 2, and 1, 2, and the 3rd one you're going to do 2 double crochet with 2 chain separation in between, and like that you're going to finish all the way to the end. So I will going to work, and then I will show you how you're going to finish in here. Now I'm going to finish here with a chain 2, yarn over, 1, 2, and then the 3rd one you're going to do a double crochet, chain 2, another double crochet, and you have 1 chain space that you're going to do a double crochet. And the same way you start your row, you finish. Now we're going to chain 3, you're going to turn your work around. Now we're going to work only in this, chain 2 space inside these stitches in this 2nd row. Okay, so it's this one here. You're going to do a yarn over, and in that space of chain 2 you're going to do 4 double crochet, 3 and 4, chain 2, yarn over, go to the next chain 2 space in here and do 4 double crochet. If you like, you can do this with two colors on this little dress. You can do, for example, this first row in a green, a light green, and this one in the top you can do the white, pink, red, and it will look like a little flower. So you're gonna chain 2, yarn over, go to the next chain 2 space, and do 4 double crochet, and this is what you're gonna do in this row all the way to the end. I'm gonna finish here and the last chain 2 space with my 4 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm gonna go to the third chain in here, the top, and do a double crochet. So the same way that you start this row, you finish. Okay, exactly the same. Now we're gonna do row number. We're gonna chain 3 to turn our work around, but this time you have to do 2 for separation. So you're gonna do 5 chain this time, 1 and 2. So 3 and 2 and 5. You're gonna turn your work around. You're gonna come here, you have 4 double crochet in the center between these two. You're gonna do a single crochet. You're gonna chain 2, and in the space of the 2 chain you're gonna do a double crochet, chain 2, and another double crochet. So in this row we are doing the repetition of row 1. The only thing that the beginning, you see, is different. That's why I said the repetition of 4 rows, because the beginnings are different on each those 4. So once I do row 4 and row number 5, you start again with a repetition on row number 1 like this. So again, and we are this time, you see, doing the design, and here we're moving them from place, and then the next time it will be on top of this one, more up here in row 6. So you're gonna chain 2, and you're gonna go in here in between these 2 spaces, do a single crochet, chain 2, yarn over, and as chain 2 space you're gonna do a double crochet, chain 2, and another double crochet, and like that you're gonna continue all the way to the end. I'm gonna finish here. I'm gonna chain 2, go to the center here, do my single crochet, chain 2, yarn over, and go to the third chain here and the border and do my double crochet. And like that you finish row number 3. Now we're gonna do row number 4, that is like this row number 2, but in the beginning is a little bit different. Now we're gonna chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, turn our work around. And in that same space at the top of that double crochet, we're gonna do 2 double crochet, 1 and 2. You're gonna chain 2, yarn over, and then you start doing the 4 double crochet and then chain 2 spaces. So it's very easy. The only thing that changed is the beginning, those 4 rows. So once you get the hang of it, you will work your entire piece, no problem. Chain 2. You see, we are repeating exactly what we did in row number 2, except the beginning that is a little bit different. Chain 2 and 4 double crochet and a chain 2 space. I'm gonna finish this row. I'm gonna chain 2, yarn over. I'm gonna count 1, 2, and then the third one, remember we did 5 chain to start that row, and the third one you're gonna do 3 double crochet, 2 for the design and 1 to finish. Remember, we start here with the chain 3 plus 2 double crochet. We finish here with 3 double crochet. Now we're going to do the repetition of row 1 and row 5, and I want to show you one more time those 4 repetitions, and then from there you can do the length that you like for yours. I'm going to start with the chain of 3. You're going to turn your work around, and we're going to start exactly the same as we did on row 1. Yarn over, and you're going to come here in the chain 2 space. You're going to do a double crochet, chain 2, and another double crochet like that. You're going to chain 2. You're going to come here in between these 4 double crochet in the center. You're going to do a single crochet, chain 2, yarn over, 2 double crochet with a chain 2 space in between, like this. And again, chain 2, a single crochet in here, chain 2, a double crochet, and always in the chain 2 space, chain 2, and another double crochet. And like that, you're going to continue working this row, and I will show you how to finish this one. Here I'm gonna finish with the double crochet and top at the third chain in here. You're gonna chain 3 and you're gonna turn your work around. And you see this is nice and straight in both ends. You see? Very straight up. Because you are not increasing or decreasing stitches. So now we're gonna do the repetition of row 2. And you're gonna do 4 double crochet and the chain 2 space. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You're gonna chain 2 and you're gonna do yarn over and you're gonna come here and you're gonna do your 4 double crochet. Chain 2 and again you're gonna do your 4 double crochet in here, and like that you're gonna continue all the way to the end. I'm gonna finish here with a double crochet and top at this third chain. You're gonna chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Since we're doing the repetition of row 3, we had to do 5 chains, so 3 to go up and 2 for separation. You turn your work around and you're gonna do a single crochet here in between these 4 double crochet. Chain 2, yarn over, a double crochet, and a chain 2 space, chain 2, and another double crochet. And like that, you're going to continue all the way to the end with repetition of row 3 and row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and row 7. I'm going to chain 2, and I'm going to finish with a double crochet on top of the third chain in here. And like that we finished row number 7. That was the repetition of row 3. Now we're going to do the repetition of row 4 and number 8, and from there you can continue with those 4 repetitions. It's really 2 repetitions, but 4 different beginning and end. So that's why I call them 4 repetitions. It's easier to guide yourself like that. So I'm going to show you this row, and from there you can take it by yourself. If you don't understand, you go back to the video and watch it again, and then you'll see how easy it is. Once you get this stitch, it's really easy. So you're going to chain 3, turn your work around, and in the same place where the 3 chain came out, and top of the double crochet, you're going to do 2 double crochet. You're going to chain 2, yarn over, and you're going to come here at the chain 2 space inside the V stitch, and you're going to do 4 double crochet. And 4. You're going to chain 2, go to the next space of chain 2, and that's always between the 2 double crochet. You're going to do your 4 double crochet. And like that you're going to continue all the way to the end. I will show you how you want to finish, and then you will continue by yourself. I'm going to finish here. I'm going to count 1, 2, and then the third one I'm going to do my 3 double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. And like that you finish that row, and you're going to continue by yourself doing those repetitions. So far the colors are matching, so listen here in the border. So far so good. Now I'm gonna count how many rows I did in this one. So for this one I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34 rows. So I'm gonna measure as well, just in case you want to know the measurements. And measure exactly 13 inches or 33 centimeters for the width, and the length 42 centimeters or 16.5 inches. So remember, if you are doing this for a smaller girl, you have to do it shorter. You can guide yourself by the little girl until this goes right till under the arm. So let's say that way you'll figure out the length for yours. Let's say this is already done in here, so I will do a little border in here, and then I will sew the strap. You see, this will be right under the arm. So if you do it smaller, you will guide yourself by that. But I love this stitch. I made the one for adult, not a little dress, but maybe a little sweater. It will look really nice for the summertime, for those cool evening. So go ahead and do your 2 pieces, and then we will meet in here when I'm done this one. And if you don't have the little girl to measure the piece, just ask the parent to measure from under the arm the length that they want, the little dress, and or you can guide yourself by a dress of the little girl if you don't have the girl at home. So I'm gonna continue with this off camera, and I really thinking about doing one little sweater, a summertime kind of sweater for myself with this stitch. I already made the 2 pieces, and the end is not exactly the same, you see, but that don't matter. The important thing that they look alike, you see. It don't have to be exactly. So now I'm gonna cut the liner, and I iron it a little bit, and I fold it in half, it's double, and then I leave in a little in that side, a little in this, in the top, and in here in the bottom. That way I have a space for sewing the liner together. So I'm gonna cut it here with a ruler. I mark here, that way it's nice and straight, and then I'm gonna cut the piece and do the liner, and then continue with the little dress. Now I'm gonna sew this in my sewing machine, and I'm gonna leave a little piece here open in the side, and the same in the other side, because this is cut, this don't stretch, and this is stretch. So if the little girl, she gonna run, you know, run around with a little dress, or climb to a chair or something, you know, go to the park or whatever, you know, kids always climbing things. This is stretch, but the cotton don't. So you leave a little opening on each side. It will give more flexibility to move around. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do in my liner. So I'm gonna do it off camera, and then I will show you how to put it together. I finished my liner. So this is the top, and here is the bottom and the side. So it's ready. So now I'm gonna attach together these 2 pieces and the side, and then we're gonna do after they're attached together, we're gonna do some work on the top, and here we're gonna do a few rows of single crochet. If you like, after you sew these 2 together, you can place your liner in the inside, and you can do those row of single crochet in the inside with this, you see, like that. You can attach them as you go, but for mine I'm gonna sew them after I do it'll be easier to go with the sewing machine. So that's what we're gonna do now. And like I said, the liner is optional. Maybe you want it just like that. It's a little girl and they don't need liner, but this is a little bit big. That is already like let me see, around 3 to 5 years old, 6 years old. So it's good to have a liner in the little dress. Now I'm gonna start sewing with my tapestry needle. I'm gonna attach this to end here for now, and later I will lose those tails. Just in there for now. And then you're gonna come here and you're gonna start sewing with your tapestry needle all the way to the end. If you like, you can do this with your crochet hook. Do a chain to a space and single crochet, chain to single crochet all the way to the end. I'd rather do this. Or you can attach it through the inside with your crochet hook. So make sure that you sew this even all the way to the end. And then do the same and the other side. And then I will meet you here to do the few rows of single crochet and the strap for the dress. Now with the accent color, I'm gonna do a slip knot. And I'm gonna come here and double crochet. I'm gonna pass that loop. I'm gonna chain one, and in that space I'm gonna do my first single crochet. Now I'm gonna do a single crochet on top of each double crochet, like losing the tail at the same time, and the space of 2 chain you're gonna do 2 single crochet. And you're gonna do this for how many rows you want. I'm gonna try 4 or 5 rows to see, and then after that we're gonna be working on the straps and then a border and the bottom part with the same accent color. So we're almost there. I finish here with a slip stitch in the first single crochet. I chain one, and the same space I'm gonna do my first single crochet, and I'm gonna do a single crochet on top of each one single crochet. And this is my second row. And here I will show you. And this single crochet here is where we're gonna sew the liner for the little dress. For mine, I did 4 rows, and I mark here where I want the strap. I count 14 single crochet, and I place the marker 14 in here and the same in the back. I place a marker. You can place even a little piece of yarn or whatever thing you have for marker. If you want to do a wider strap, you do them in the back, bring it to the front, and then you place 2 buttons on each side at the strap. For mine, I'm gonna do like a spaghetti strap, but just to tie it in the top. I'm not gonna use buttons for mine. So now I'm gonna show you how you're gonna continue working here. Do the first strap and then continue, do the next strap, and so on. I did my slip stitch here, and what I'm gonna do all the way to the marker are a slip stitch. You go inside this single crochet and do a slip stitch, and it will look like a chain in here for the border. You see, like this, and it will look like this, really nice. So you're gonna do this until you get to the marker. I did my last one. I had the marker there. I removed the marker. So now I'm gonna chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. I'm gonna do a yarn over, and in the same space I'm gonna do a double crochet. Chain 3, yarn over, and there's 2 strands of yarn in here, you're gonna pass your hook and you're gonna do your double crochet, and this you're gonna do until you have the desired length. So again, you're gonna chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, yarn over, and the 2 strands in here on top are the chain 3 and the double crochet. And this one here, you're gonna pass your hook and you're gonna do double crochet. You see these 2 in here are the ones that in here I pass through, those 2 strands. When you close your stitch, you have those 2 strands, it's in there where you pass your hook. 1, 2 and 3, yarn over, you see, and these 2, and you do. I'm gonna work like that until I have the desired length, and I will show you how you're gonna return and continue working in here. I did 22 of these design. Now I'm gonna chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and I'm gonna go inside those 2 strands in here, and I'm gonna do slip stitch. And that's what we're gonna do all the way until the last one. Chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and come here to those 2 strands and do a slip stitch. And like that you're gonna continue, and I will meet you here at the end. Straps. Now I'm gonna do a border, and the border is optional. You can leave it like this, but I'm gonna do a little bit of the border and something nice and quick and simple. I'm gonna do a fan stitch. You can do any border that you like. If you want to do a border, I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna pass that loop, tie that a little bit. I'm gonna chain 1, and I'm gonna do a single crochet in that space. Yarn over, I'm gonna come here, and I'm gonna do 5 double crochet. 1, 2, or you can do more. 3, 4, 5. I think I'm gonna do 6. Yeah, I'm gonna do 6. That way it's not pulling on my work. Yes, 6 double crochet. And again, I'm gonna come in here and do the same. You see I did a single crochet in there, and I go to the next space. I'm not working under this because it's only one strand of yarn, and that will pull and eventually will break. So 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'm going to the single crochet chain spaces, and like that I'm going to work all the way around. I'm going to finish it with a slip stitch. I will show you one more time. So yarn over and go to this chain space in here and do your 6 double crochet, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and you come here to the chain space and do a single crochet. Look how nice that look, and the border add a little dress. I'm gonna finish here by doing a slip stitch in that single crochet that I did in the beginning. I'm gonna cut my yarn, and then I'm gonna lose that tail, and then I'm gonna sew the liner inside. I place some pins here to pin it in place. So now with my sewing machine I'm gonna sew all the way around, and then I will show you already the little dress done. This is the leftover yarn, and I have a lot. So I like this stitch, and I'm gonna do a little summer kind of long sleeve sweater, something like that. I will try to match the stripe, I hope, because I love how it looks in the little dress. So now I'll show you the end result. Well, this is the end result, and I absolutely love this dress, the color, the stitch, and the size is from 4 to 6 years old. If you want to make this smaller, you can decrease the amount of stitches, and if you want this dress bigger, you can increase the amount of stitches. Just remember to measure from under the arm from side to side, and that will give you the chain that you need for the dress. I hope you guys like it, and give it a try and a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel if you are not already a subscriber and you make this design or any of my design and you want to send me some picture. You can do it through my Facebook page, Ruby Crochet Tejido, or my Instagram, Ruby Crochet Tejido. Please share my video with friends and family and in groups. That way you help me grow here in YouTube. I wish you have a beautiful day. Bye.